Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful day here in Elkhart, Indiana, and today I'm hanging out with a couple RV legends here. Let me introduce you to Dwayne.
My name's Dwayne Creighton. I'm the operations manager for DYNAMAX division of Forest River.
And most of you know the legend.
DYNAMAX.
It's right there.
The art of design.
Today we have a treat for you guys. We're hanging out at the DYNAMAX facility. We're gonna give you a full tour of the facility, show you how these DYNAMAXs are built. But before I do that, I wanna give you guys a background story at how these two legends in the RV industry got hooked up. How did you start with DYNAMAX? And then that's the first question. The second question is gonna be, how'd you get hooked up with this guy?
Well, the gentleman I was working with who started DYNAMAX in 1997 knew Dean, and I was building a motorhome in Bremen, and we were moving the facility to Elkhart, starting DYNAMAX, and wanted to give the front end of the motorhome a little bit newer look, a newer flavor. So Dean and I got together, Dick put us together, and designed the front end of what was called our Isada, at the time our Isada touring sedan. That's really where it all started. And then after the design phase and we were starting to produce units, getting to the point where they needed paint, then Dean stepped in again and helped us design a paint scheme for our new product.
We're hanging out in Sturgis, South Dakota. Sturgis! What's going on? This looks like it has your paint job on it. I didn't know that you had Super C's with your design. What's going on here?
Well, ever since the very beginning, we've designed for DYNAMAX. Very good friends with them, and over the years, almost every DYNAMAX design is one that we've done. So we supply them with templates, which means they have their own paint shop, their own facility. So we design it, come up with a good look. They kind of pick the colors and run with everything else. So we've been doing this for, since the mid-90s.
We've been doing business ever since.
So the relationship goes back over 22, 23 years, something like that then.
That's correct.
Well, I had a lot more hair then, and I was a little younger, many moons ago. Didn't we do vinyl stripes? Or was it all paint from the beginning?
It was all paint.
But you guys pretty much had control of your paint from the beginning, and they were particular about what they wanted to do with paint, so that was good. Thing I could help them with design end, we would do, and then cut templates for them so that they could paint their product.
I like the blue in this, Coach. What's going on here?
Well, this is really unique because of a coach that they're making so many of that has so many of the small pieces that we're kind of known for. We love this.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
this actually is one that it's got my name. It just says designed by.
Designed by. Now, so you don't actually paint these, you just design them?
Well, it should say that's designed by.
I think that's him. Yeah. That's the guys.
Knowing how it personally started many years ago, it's just been a great product, and I really put a lot of love in it.
And the price range of these, it's really incredible that you get Dean Lauk's paint jobs and...
No, design.
I'm sorry. You get Dean Lauk's design. Now, I'll be honest, I was sitting with my buddies earlier today out front, and we saw this coach roll in. It just turns heads. There's something about this design when it comes in. It's definitely different than any other RV in the park. I didn't even know that you were allowed to design anything other than Liberty coaches. DYNAMAX and Liberty coaches, is there any other RVs in the industry that have your name on them?
There's a couple one-offs from the early 2000s and throughout history.
And obviously you guys really care about your paint jobs, because I've been around the RV world. I've touched and felt almost every RV there is. In the Class C segment, hands down, you guys have the best design artwork, and I don't think anybody out there can disagree with me. If you do disagree, drop a comment below. But what's your reasoning for being different than all the other? I mean, we're in Elkhart County, Indiana. There's a lot of people making Class C RVs around here. What's your reasoning for going way above and beyond with the paint schemes? And then what's some of the other stuff that you guys do that would make these special?
Well, obviously we're known for our paint. If we can attract your attention as you're walking by at a show, you know, that gets attention. And then we do a lot of things like custom grills. A lot of what was done in the conversion industry back in the mid-90s with the van conversions brought a lot of that flavor into the RV business, which was new. And that's something we just have never really stepped away from. We've never been a follow the leader type company. and we like to go out there and lead. If we think the product needs it, deserves it, chances are we'll do it.
It's definitely an honor for me to be hanging out with a couple pioneers in the RV industry. There's no question about that. So I said we take the folks on a tour of the factory. Now you guys are in for a treat here.
We have a third building, which before the Great Recession was our chassis prep building. You can see it right through that door. During the Great Recession, I kind of put that building on ice. Forest River moved the Forest River Marine company in there. And we just recently got that back. And that is to extend this truck line, get more units in process, and build more units.
Nice.
So we're in the position right now of basically moving in there and turning the wick up a little bit. This is our chassis prep facility. We're just moving into setting up. This is to extend the truck line, the A line as we call it, from this facility on into the main facility to get more work in process to increase the amount of units we build a week. So this is getting set up for that. These chassis are prepped and ready to go into the main facility. When it's done, they'll go out of here with the floors on them. Instead of seeing the floors being set over there, those guys will come over here. This other line over here will be the Sprinter line. We'll actually build all of our Sprinters on this line. They're a shorter unit, they're 24 foot. We can build a dozen a week on this line over here, which will allow the B line over in the main plant to do all Dodges.
Out here, these trucks are just sitting out here before they come in?
Those are back from Morride. Morride is like the premier chassis upfitter. So we get a chassis in from Freightliner or Dodge or Mercedes-Benz. They go from here to Morride, just as down the street. And the trusses and the structure for which we mount our floor to will be put on there, and then we take it from that point. They come in here where the floors are set, cabinets. I mean, we can walk down.
Yeah, let's walk down and.
That's a Force. So Force is linoleum. The DX3 gets composite flooring, and then the XL is all tile.
Okay. Oh,
so
wow.
That's kind of how we graduate. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
At this stage here, we're doing rough wire, plumbing, because it's a lot easier to work on it right here before the wall's put on it. Basically build it obviously different than a house.
Yeah. And then now the cap goes on there. And...
Well, actually the cap should be on back there.
Okay.
But because of the supply issues with the increase in business and the situation, we're behind on getting glass.
Yeah, and I've heard that from everybody in the industry, so.
Yeah. Then after plumbing and electrical, it moves up into shelling. Roofs are actually built upstairs.
Oh, cool.
This is a mezzanine, and we build the roofs up there. They're fed to either line because basically whether it be a Sprinter or a Freightliner, conceptually they're built the same. It's just, smaller components. So the way we build the roof on the big XLs is the same way we build the roofs all the way down to the Isata 3 Series on the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. Process in here. Right now they're doing drop shadows on it. The big trucks are called Super Cs. Sometimes people call the Dodges Super Cs. They're really not. That's the same design you were just looking at.
Okay. Now, do you guys do the stenciling at your place, or is that so? All these
So what
stencils.
you saw today, what they're weeding out, were probably stencils for here.
Nice, nice.
Not necessarily this one, but for DYNAMAX.
Yeah.
Dean and I work together on this one too. This is our new Explorer package, and we call that the Explorer because it's got the whole roof is covered with solar panels. It's got inverters. Basically, it's designed to go off the grid. And then we wanted a paint job that wasn't Me Too. You know, DYNAMAX has never been a Me Too company. So we sent him some pictures of some mountain schemes and stuff, and you know, just bounced it over to Dean, and then Dean bounces back ideas, and it's just a real cool relationship that we have.
So this is all the compass here.
We call that ghosted.
That's ghosted. Wow.
We didn't want it to hit you real hard. This is the Explorer package light, and we have a dark package, which basically is black to silver, whereas this is white to medium gray.
And I really like the metallic in that ghosting on that compass. Really gives it a unique look unlike anything else.
So they got nice shadowing down at the bottom, and then this one's 4x4, so
Oh,
really
4x4, that's a cool rig.
It's made to go off-road and out in the mountains in there.
Yeah.
Got the mountains painted on the side.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's our top of the line Super C. That's the DynaQuest XL, and this is a new paint scheme that Dean designed for us. I think maybe we've been doing it about 6 months, maybe.
Yeah.
Something close to that.
Yeah, this one does it for me. I like the black and silver and white. And we got to keep that top secret still, or?
No, they're shipping now. They're on our website. It's common knowledge now. This is another XL here from the dark package, right?
And this is a 4x4 rig.
Yeah, we offer in 4x2 and 4x4. The Explorer is probably about 95% is 4x4 of
Nice.
this product line.
Nice. Now, where these coaches are sitting at right now, what stage in the game are they at?
This is paint repair. This is after buffing, and you know, any flaw is dealt with right here. Then from here it goes over to final finish. Nice. Which is another facility we'll go into. At this stage, that's our entry into the Super C market as far as DYNAMAX is concerned. It's the Force, then the DX3, then the XL.
Okay. Now this the 3 Series, or what's
That's a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. It's
Yep.
a 24-footer. Again, we're on the high end in about every market we're in. You know, our Sprinters are going to be more expensive than most of the competition out there.
Yeah. Now, is that a Dean paint job on that one?
It is not.
That's not. Okay.
Plants, you know, they'll do this. You know, volume will just up and down, and man, you can just about set your watch to us.
And what makes that? Is it the quality?
Yeah.
Quality over the years? I mean, you do things differently.
The quality, it's just not how many we build a day, it's how many we build a week. We just have a different approach to it. And that's really the reason we have the name we have. We have a good name out there, both on the before the sale and after the sale. Showing here this is the slide out department. This is where the slide outs are set. One of the things we do that's a little bit different than the average is our slide outs are built, assembled, and they go over to the paint, and we actually paint them so they're not being painted in the box itself.
Oh yeah.
So you don't have to put the black stripe on the end, and it just makes for a lot cleaner situation. The XLs and the Explorers, we actually stripe the slide outs, and we'll do that after, you know, because you got to pop the slide to line all your stripes up. They're all painted base color, whether it be the silver or pearl white or whatever is needed.
Wow, that's such a trip to see it with no slide outs. I gotta take another picture of this here.
And what we do that's a little bit different than most is the slide outs are cut out of that sidewall. So they're cut out, they're assembled, There's a slide out room there that we'll walk by here in a minute. And then they go over to paint, and they're painted, and then that slide out will go in that unit. Makes a lot less fit issues because it actually came out of that wall.
Right. So this is a U-shaped facility where the chassis start down there, come all the way around, and just keep going through the assembly line.
Right, they turn the corner and then they'll go into the body shop, which we'll walk through, and then into the paint masking area, the paint prep area as we call it, and then into the booths.
Nice.
And when you look across to that's what we call the small line. This is the A line's big trucks. The B line is the smaller Class Cs. Although we do build the Dodges on both. And with the new building coming online, what we'll do is we'll build all the Sprinters, all the Isata 3 Series over in the new building on a short line because they're only 24 foot long. And the B line will become all Dodges because the Dodge business is just out of sight. Yeah.
So how often is the line moving?
The line moves basically 3 times a day. Now they start at 5:30 in the morning. It moves in pretty good harmony.
Yeah.
Usually. I mean, with the parts the way they are, it makes it a little frustrating for everybody, but it pretty much moves in harmony.
Nice.
When you get up into these departments, they're trimming, they're putting cabinet doors on, doors and drawers. They're basically starting to button up the interior. Real finish work is done in the final finish building, which we'll go in.
These windows look a lot cleaner than they used to. I mean, no frame around them or anything.
Yeah, no frame.
They still open though? Is that?
Yeah.
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 Nice.
Sure do. This is our second mezzanine. What we do up there is we're doing the doors and drawers. We're mounting hinges and drilling them for door handles, and that's all done upstairs. Then we have an elevator system that brings the rack of doors and drawers for that particular unit down, and then they're installed in here. Allows you to maximize the square footage. This is one that just turned off the front of the line. It'll then wait its turn to go into the body shop.
Is that a bunk model it looks like?
Yeah, this is a bunk model, exactly. This is our 37 bunk house is what we call it. This is our body shop area here. Obviously we've got a little bit more light, LED lighting here. Spend a lot of time getting the body right, making sure there's no cracks or stress cracks or air pockets or any of that stuff before we go into paint. So you can see the mountain in the front with the 4x4 logo.
Yeah, so this is the rain room here.
Motorhome in here, we test it for water leaks with the slides in and out.
And how many gallons a minute does this all pump out, do you know? A lot of water.
Yeah, I mean, I designed this in
A lot of space.
2000, so I don't have that number in my head
Nice.
anymore.
Just beautiful design out here in the sunlight.
This is our final finish facility. So the units come in here and the TVs are installed, electronics, soft goods, all the stuff that you don't want installed as it's coming through production. That's all done out here, and then we PDI them out here, do pre-delivery inspections.
I like the blackout package. Now that's kind of a unique deal.
Yeah.
Is that so? You guys started doing a blackout package at the factory?
Yes, we offer blackout package on the Force, on the DX3, and on the XL. We also have a chrome package where it gets all chromed out, aftermarket grills. Again, going back to the roots of DYNAMAX, where we were doing a lot of conversion style stuff to our manufacturing process.
I've just got to get some close-ups of all this stuff here. Yeah, kind of a mean look. Blackout wheels, nice look to it with the Dean Laux design. I'm gonna check this other one out here real quick. So this one is also a Dean Laux design. Dean, you want to tell us a little bit? There's some crazy design going on in here. I think you're raising the bar in the Super C game here, buddy.
Well, always trying trying to do something a little different.
Man, I'm really liking all of the different detail work. And if you step back, you know, 15, 20 feet away, you may not be able to see it all. But as you get closer, there is just an incredible amount of detail work. And there's no doubt who painted this one. So what's going on here?
Well, just trying to come up with some different lines. Something that wasn't swoopy and so much of the back and forth. And it's got a real neat edge to it here where it starts out this angle and the flare and the pinstripe isn't just a normal half-inch.
That design.
And to bring down one little hook there and send it off the back.
Yeah, incredible. And then another one of your designs here behind us on this bunkhouse model. I like this silver and gray.
Well, it's a great pattern.
Yeah.
It's very different. And, you know, taking the logo up top here where we got the little pinstripes around it and doing shadowing around. They're doing a great job with everything here. And
have you ever seen your artwork with black wheels before on an RV?
Never.
This is a first.
Black wheels that I like.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. You can mess that one up easy.
It's black, but that big hub on there, that's a good design on it.
Yeah. Yeah, just an incredible amount of detail work. DYNAMAX, the paint jobs on these DYNAMAX really is another level above any Class C on the market. Oh, this kind of a ripped, just a killer paint job on this. This is incredible. All seamless windows too. I'm really impressed with these. I also like too that it's got the large awning up there too that gives it that higher roof profile.
Yeah, that's probably the Admiral blue because that's a Corvette color. This one here, the light burgundy that's in that pattern, is the color of my 50th anniversary Corvette.
Up on top, that light color,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
And then I had BASF darken that 3 times. So I had 3 different burgundies that really burgundy into like a black cherry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then on the blue that you were talking about earlier, that was Admiral blue, which that's a Corvette color too.
So that was the one that was out in Sturgis that we saw that we did a little blurb with.
Yep.
That blue was really nice on that.
Silver and blue and white. Now, are these higher roof rails that give it a higher profile? Is there an awning on the other side, or when did you guys start doing that?
We've been doing this for years. I'm probably 10 years or more. On the driver's side, those are actually fake awnings, but they have the same exact shape as the awnings on the passenger side.
So
those are roof mounted, and those will come out about 9 feet or so. We have an option where on the XL is a standard, and the option on the DX3 to actually have 2 of those. So you basically can shade the whole passenger side of the coach.
Nice. So many different designs. This one's got a little bit of black in it, a similar design.
Basically, they're the same paint job. I just take and move the colors around. We have the gray one's called our magnetic. This is our granite. We have an Admiral blue. We have a sunset, which is the color on my Z06 Corvette. The burnt orange metallic. You know, we use that with the same paint scheme.
So I would think with all this Corvette talk that you've ordered the new one and we're going to see that new blue, that new baby blue Corvette color out on one of these coaches.
I have not ordered mine. My daughter's getting married in September, so I kind of slowed that train down.
Oh, so she's getting one for you for her wedding?
That would be nice.
And you're just hitting slow because you have to wait for it.
Probably costs the same amount of money. Well, hey, Dwayne and Dean, I cannot thank you guys enough for spending some time with me and the folks on YouTube and just sharing all these great stories and great information. If someone out there is a serious buyer, they want to step into one of these DYNAMAXs with a Dean Laux design on it, in which direction should they go? Should they go to the dealership, or how can folks get a hold of one of these?
Well, everything's sold through dealers. We don't do any factory direct business, so the best thing would be to go to www.dynamaxcorp.com. and you can get online and look for the location of a dealer nearest you.
Perfect. Hey, greatly appreciate all of you liking these videos and subscribing to the channel. I hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.
Thanks everyone for watching.
Appreciate it.